Welcome to Fukushima, the fruit kingdom of Japan. We learned about Fukushima after the deadly earthquake, tsunami, and nuclear accident in 2011. What happened to this beautiful prefecture left an indelible impression in people's minds. But if you visit Fukushima Prefecture today, you might find it very different to the image that people have. In this video, I would like to share with you the safety and the attraction of Fukushima's food. Just how delicious is Fukushima food? Yeah, you'll see. Fukushima Prefecture is known not only for its abundance of seasonal fruits, such as peaches, pears, and apples, but the prefecture is also one of Japan's leading rice-growing regions. With its vast lands, Fukushima is home to a unique variety of local cuisine that makes the most of the seasonal ingredients and has a culinary charm that can satisfy anyone. Fukushima Prefecture is located in the Tohoku region of Honshu, Japan's main island. Only a 90-minute bullet train ride from the capital city of Tokyo, Fukushima is the third largest of Japan's 47 prefectures and offers an abundance of amazing hot springs, beautiful cherry blossoms and fall color spots, gorgeous beaches, and fabulous ski resorts. This part of Japan is best known as the home of the samurai, specifically the real last samurai, and is rich with ancient castles, towns that have been preserved as they were hundreds of years ago, and battlefields that will be familiar to readers of Japanese history. The secret of Fukushima's delicious food lies in its rich nature, its varied regional characteristics, and the lives of the people who live there. Fukushima Prefecture is divided into three different regions: Hamadori, the coastal region; Nakadori, the central region; and the Aizu region. Each of these areas have their own characteristics and varying climates. The local people have taken advantage of these climates and nurtured a variety of different food cultures. Tokyo-based French chef Dominique Kobe has been a loyal supporter of Fukushima Prefecture for over 10 years now.
でやっぱり生産者と農家の方と話いろいろしたんですけど、なんで福島美味しいっていうか、農家の方のパッション本当にあるから、それ見てお話しして、私のものは日本一じゃなくて世界一美味しいっていうぐらいの気持ち、情熱ある方です。
Due to the abundance of pure water, the land produces great rice and sake, as well as vegetables such as tomatoes and cucumbers that are incredibly fresh and delicious.
じゃあ美味しさは全部水から。
水ですね。雪が降る。あれがミネラル含んだ水が山からこう来るんで、そのミネラルを含んだやつをろ過していい水を流してくれるんで。
Fukushima beef is also very famous and is a type of Japanese black beef raised and produced in Fukushima Prefecture. Beef that is rated grade 4 or higher by the Japan Meat Grading Association is labeled and sold as Fukushima beef, the highest quality brand of Fukushima beef. Characterized by its vivid colors and moderate marbling, Fukushima beef is carefully grown by local livestock farmers and is rich and mild in flavor. On the 11th of March 2011, Japan was struck by a massive earthquake of a magnitude 9 on the Richter scale. The Great East Japan Earthquake was one of the most powerful earthquakes recorded in Japan and is the fourth most powerful ever detected worldwide since 1900, according to the US Geological Survey. However, the Japanese government and Fukushima Prefecture have worked tirelessly to clean up the area by rebuilding damaged buildings, reopening towns, expressways and clinics, and rebuilding major rail lines. The people of Fukushima have remained resolute throughout the post-disaster recovery and continue to work diligently towards reconstruction and revitalization. Their efforts in reconstruction and revitalization serve as a good example of the approach of rebuilding the area into something that is better than before the disaster. Although the revitalization efforts are well underway and are continuing at a fast pace, the damage to the agricultural sector caused by the dispersal of radioactive materials from the earthquake-induced nuclear accident was particularly devastating for the Fukushima farmers.
In the field of agriculture, Japan has been working on many measures for revitalization and the improvement of safety. In particular, to deal with the problem of contamination of farmland by radioactive materials, Fukushima has implemented measures based on scientific evidence, as well as according to the condition of the farmlands and the crops grown. For farmland with a particularly high concentration of radioactive materials, topsoil was scraped off and replaced with uncontaminated soil from deeper in the ground to reduce the impact of radioactive materials. For fruit trees, high-pressure washers were used to clean and scrape off the bark that had radioactive materials on it.
木全体を除染というわけで幹洗いしたわけです。寒い中、氷張り付く中、洗浄したわけです。4ヘクタール全部一本一本やりましたね。
大変さが、でも頑張りましたね。
やっぱりやんなくちゃ、ふるさとですから。
Fukushima farmers have regained their safe and delicious production of agricultural products by combining field improvements with cultivation techniques, such as spraying the required amount of potassium fertilizer, which is effective in inhibiting the absorption of radioactive cesium before cultivating crops.
Since March 2011, the Japanese government has been monitoring the safety of food through various standards in order to prevent food contaminated with radioactive materials from reaching the market. This is the Fukushima Agricultural Technology Center, where the scientists behind the stringent testing of Fukushima food products are based.
このモニタリングルーム、とっても厳重ですね。検査機器もたくさんありそうですね。
ゲルマニウム半導体検出機です。農林水産物に含まれる放射性物質の濃度を測定しているところです。
一体この資料は何ですか？
現在検査にあたっては国際基準よりも厳しい基準で検査を行っております。放射性物質の種類やその濃度がわからない資料を受け取りまして、どれだけ正確に測れるかというようなことを国際原子力機関 IAEA の技能試験を毎年受けている結果です。
The facility conducts pre-shipment monitoring inspections of all agricultural, forestry, and fishery products produced, shipped, and marketed in Fukushima Prefecture. In the fiscal year 2022, approximately 11,000 samples of 480 products were inspected. Over the past 12 years until 2022, approximately 270,000 samples have been inspected to confirm the safety of agricultural, forestry, and fishery products to be marketed.
ということはとっても安全ですね。
はい、その通りです。現在ではお米をはじめ適正に栽培管理された野菜や果実、畜産物、林産物など基準値を超えるものはありません。
I was also surprised to learn that periodical visits to retail stores are carried out to check if there are any items for which shipping restrictions have been issued are being sold. The former Director General of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, the FAO, Dr. Jose Graziano de Silva, attended a tasting event hosted by the Japanese government in 2017. At the event, he enjoyed sweets made with fruits from Fukushima Prefecture and stated, "At the moment, there is no reason to raise concern over food safety. Inspections are continuous, a monitoring system is in place, and international protocols are being followed."
Japan has a strict system in place to conduct multi-layered inspections for radioactive materials at each stage of production and distribution, and only ships agricultural products whose safety has been confirmed. In particular, at the shipping stage, only the latest equipment is used to conduct thorough and detailed inspections of agricultural products for shipment and distribution. In fact, according to the survey on the intake of radioactive materials in food published by the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare, the estimated annual effective dose derived from cesium in food is far below the dose limit of 1 MSV throughout Japan, including Fukushima, and the effect is negligible even when compared to natural radiation. The safety standards used for testing are only 1/10 of the standards set by the International Food Standard Codex, and amongst some of the strictest in the world. Since the fiscal year 2015, no rice, vegetables, fruit, or livestock product that has been properly cultivated and managed has exceeded the standard values. For items that are found to exceed the standard values during pre-shipment and pre-distribution inspections at the Fukushima Agricultural Technology Center, the central or prefectural government will immediately issue instructions to the entire production area to restrict shipments. At the same time, this information is disseminated to producers and distributors. Efforts by Fukushima Prefecture to acquire GAP are also expanding. Part of these efforts is the acquisition of Global GAP. GAP stands for Good Agricultural Practice, and Global GAP is an international certification of production process management to ensure sustainability in terms of food safety, environmental conservation, and labor safety in agriculture.
Fukushima Prefecture is also actively adopting these GAP initiatives in training the next generation of agricultural leaders. I spoke with people from Iwase Agricultural High School, the most global GAP certified high school in the country.
グローバルギャップっていうのは世界の基準に合ったギャップです。日本のものをアピールするには日本基準より世界基準のグローバルの方が効果的と考えてグローバルにチャレンジしています。
どこに出しても安全っていうの証明にもなるので、そういったもので見てもらえると嬉しいと思います。
ちゃんと使った機材の土であったりとか、汚れをきちんと清掃するということに気をつけています。
福島県の農産物の安全性を全国、あと海外にも広めていってほしいなと思っています。
Many people are engaged in the agricultural industry to continue producing safe and delicious food in Fukushima. In order to convey these sentiments to consumers more broadly, rigorous inspections are conducted daily in a wide range of public and private sectors.
After the Great East Japan earthquake in 2011, 55 countries and regions around the world restricted food imports from Fukushima Prefecture. As of December 2023, only 7 countries and regions still have such import restrictions. In other words, about 87% of the countries and regions that imposed import restrictions after the disaster have now lifted their restrictions. Thanks to daily safety measures, the image of safe Fukushima food is gaining momentum around the world. Immediately after the disaster, Fukushima's export volume decreased by about 90%, but in 2017, food exports recovered to pre-disaster levels as remarkable growth was achieved. Despite minor disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and other events, export volumes of rice and fruits, such as peaches and pears, have increased significantly as a result of the daily efforts to improve safety and taste.
Fukushima has a lot of charm, but what I find the most attractive are the everyday people. Fukushima rice farmer Kato Koji wants people from all over Japan and the world to eat his rice.
福島の美味しさをどんどん伝えていけばいいのかなと思ってます。
Fukushima Prefecture's rice has been the best in Japan for 4 consecutive years since 2017. The prefecture has the greatest number of brands selected as Special A-Class rice in the Rice Taste Ranking by the Japan Grain Inspection Association. Rice is also Fukushima's most exported agricultural product. The sake made from this rice has also won the top prize in the national sake competition 9 times in a row. Since 2011, more and more people have been visiting Fukushima to support the revitalization efforts. But today, I believe people are attracted to Fukushima simply for its climate, local food, and the warm, welcoming people.
Good. Good.
More than 10 years after the disaster, Fukushima food products that have passed stringent safety standards are now recognized as safe both domestically and internationally. This is a testament to the warm support from around the world and the trust that has been built up as a result of the continued efforts of the people of Fukushima. They will continue to work tirelessly, and the day will soon come when the splendor of Fukushima will attract more and more attention from around the world.
一つ一つ実現する福島。